Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. Today I'm here with another dream. I had to take me a little break after the first and best. Like that was a lie. That dream, it was like the dream itself wasn't a bit much, but the message that came with the dream was very heavy. So, anywho, in this dream, I am with a friend. So I'm like with a group of people. It's like a girl, a woman that I know that this woman owns some kind of dance studio or she owns some kind of business. And she is having to deal with the foreclosure on the property or the building, which is where she does her thing, where she has her business. So regardless to what it is she got going on there, that's what she got going on. Um, and she is interested in going to some kind of, it's like this is we're supposed to go to these people to convince them to let her keep her business. But in order for us to talk to them, we have to dance. And I guess that's kind of like symbolizing how when somebody is going to do some kind of business proposal or something like that, you have to put on your best act. You have to have put best face. You got to show off the best paperwork. You got to put your best foot forward type situation. But we had to dance, and I wrote down it was a talent show. And yeah, so basically we have to go there, we have to dance, and it's almost as if these men are expecting extra, but they don't get extra. So, but she wins, and she gets it. She is able to stay there. On the way back, so on the way to the place, we were in this area that kind of seemed like it was under a bypass of a freeway. It was fenced off. It was a parking lot that was filled with furniture. Like there was a lot of brand new furniture, which was strange. Um, Also, while I'm there, God is like, sometimes people live here. And I'm looking, but there's nobody there, like as far as living there. So it's like they cleared out all the people that were staying there and it was filled with brand new furniture. However, as I'm looking out, what I did see is a tank, like a army tank from a far off distance. And somebody in the vehicle was like, I wonder who that is. And like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And we peeped it, but we kept going. So on our way back, after she was able to keep her spot, her business area, and we on our way back, baby. We on our way back. We on our way back. We on our way back. There are trucks everywhere, and men in army attire with weapons everywhere, and we are basically trying to get away from that area. At first, the area where we were parked at is filled with them, so we can't go back over there. And it's kind of like we have to leave that side of town. So as we're trying to get over the train tracks to leave the side of town where they are, the person is saying, "Oh no, we can't let you leave. You got to stay here." And the people that are over there, they got to stay there. And I'm like, "Nah, I gotta go. I gotta go. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta get." So there was someone that was at the talent show. Okay, talent show. One of these people, I tell them that we're with them, and they say, okay, and they let us through. And that's the end of the dream. Okay. The scripture comes from Acts 24 and 5. We have found this man to be a troublemaker, stirring up riots among the Jews all over the world. He is a ringleader of Nazarene sect and even tried to desecrate the temple. So he sees him. By examining him yourself, you will be able to learn the truth about all these charges we are bringing against him. Okay, so here's the message. For somebody, it's not what it seems. Okay, so there is something that you are being led to do. Whatever it is that you are being led to do, in your mind, you are doing it for one reason, but God has you doing it for another. So what I'm thinking about is like, it would be like this would be like a situation where, like when I tripped and I hurt my foot and my foot was sprained, it would seem as though it was the end of the world, and oh no, I'm never gonna walk, baby, now I walk flat-footed. So I just feel like it's a situation, and just like in this dream, when we went in front of these people at this silent place, our intention was so that the one lady would be able to get her business space back. However, it wasn't for that, because we couldn't get that space no way, because they had all their stuff going on over there. But what we were able to get is a contact that was that we could use so that we could get away from there. And for somebody, there is something that God is something that God has sent you to do. You are supposed to do it. In your mind, you are doing it for one reason, but God said it's for another. And for some of you, it is because there are people that are lying about you, saying that you start trouble, saying that you were so bad, saying that you were so wicked. Say like this, look at, he is a ringleader of the Nazarene sect and even tried to desecrate the temple. They trying to make it seem like this person, like he is just the worst man in the world. Like Paul is just so evil and he's so terrible, and everything he do wicked stuff. And I just feel like for whoever you are, people misunderstand you. People misunderstand you. This is going on with the black sheep. Just because you don't want to go and do the things that they want to do, you mean. Just because you don't want to go to places that they want to go, you mean. Just because you don't want to sit up and drink with them all day, you mean. And you wrong, and you bad. You're a bad person. How is that your fault? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference, and I know me, I just feel like it's a difference between somebody inviting you to do something that you would actually want to do, and them inviting you to do something you wouldn't want to do. And it could simply be a misunderstanding of someone thinking that you are a way that you are not, and that you like to do things that you don't, or whatever it is. I just feel like for whoever this is, this is a full-blown situation where you have been painted as a bad person and you're not. I just feel a smear campaign that is going against you. You have, like, it's like pitchforks coming towards you, and you ain't even do nothing. Like you literally, it could be a situation where somebody is talking about you and they got all these negative things to say just because you doing your normal thing. You normally living your life. I remember years ago, there was someone that got mad at me because they kept saying they wanted to go out with me and my friends. It's when I was in my early 20s. I said no. Okay, but I said no for a reason. I didn't say my reason. I didn't feel like I had to say my reason. I didn't have time to say my reason. I can't stand, when I was in my 20s, I was very arrogant. Okay, but anyway, I didn't say why. But my reasoning was, me and my friend single. Why would a married woman want to hang around a bunch of single women? My friends were not good people. I knew that. Okay, I'm gonna be real. I knew that. I knew that I hung around some hood girls, hood girls, hood girls, hood girls. Okay, as my son father called them, my ghouls. Okay, like girls, I'm not hanging around. I was like, and I'm just being real. We like to go to hood places, and I'm thinking, as she was asking, I'm thinking to myself, if I was to take this girl to some of the spots that we go to, she will feel so uncomfortable. she would be so scared. And she wouldn't even want to like have fun there. She wouldn't be able to have fun there. And I was like, no, okay? And it wasn't because I wasn't trying to be mean. I had a reason. I was really trying to protect sis. But she saw it as I didn't like her and I hated her. I asked her if she wanted to go somewhere with me. It would just be me and her. It wasn't going to be me and my friends because my friends not going to want to go to the place. I would have to take her for her to feel comfortable. And in reality, I already like let it be known this is not gonna be an everyday thing. I like going to the places I like going to. I'm just being nice. She ain't want to go. No, I'm good. I'm fine. Fine then. Okay. But I just feel like this is a situation where you are misunderstood. Okay. You are misunderstood. Somebody, they only see it from their point of view. They only see it from their perspective. From her perspective, she probably thinks that I was being so mean and I could have easily just let her go. And if I would have let her go, she would be happy and she'll be able to have a good time and maybe she will make friends and she don't even understand. Okay. And I just feel like for whoever this is for, it's a situation where you made a decision, you did not explain yourself, as in reality you don't have to explain yourself. Like, I'm just being real. I still feel that way to this day. It's not to say that I'm arrogant or I'm mean or nothing like that, but you know, sometimes I will, but for the most part I don't feel like I should have to explain why I am and am not, or why I'm making a decision. When you explain, when you leave an open-ended answer, one thing I learned is people will poke you for more. They have more questions. Well, why this and why that and why this? Well, where y'all going? Well, you shouldn't go places like that yourself. And no, we ain't gonna do all that. Okay, we ain't gonna do all that. We not doing all that. Okay, so it was the reason that I just said no and left it at that. Anywho, somebody has you misunderstood. They have misunderstood you. They have misunderstood because from their perspective, you were the way that they assume you to be. From their perspective, you are not nice. From their perspective, you were being mean. From their perspective, you may have been picking on them. But in reality, you have a reason as to why you chose to not do something or you chose to do something. That would just be like if somebody was to come to me today and ask me if I want to go and party, I'm going to say no. Now, from their perspective, it might be like, well, you used to party and used to party all the time. Why you don't want to party with me? You must not like me. But from my perspective, I have partied from high school, my senior year in high school, up until my late 20s. I'm done partying. I don't want to party no more. I'm tired of the club. I'm tired of going out. I'm tired. Like that moment in time when I had my little clique and we went to the club all week, every day of the week, all week, and partied, and we danced on the tables and we was dancing on the stage and we was dancing on the bar and all that. I'm done with that. Like, okay, the most you gonna get out of a store at this point in time is one night only, and that's it. Maybe, okay, if I'm feeling like it that day. If I feel like it that day, and that's just me being real. At this point in time, I'm still healing from my injury that I just spoke about. So be putting on heels just to go, wow, that's the slim chances to none. Okay. And me going to the club in flats, no. Okay. The 20-year-old me would roll her eyes at me and say, girl, go home. Okay. Like, no, we not doing it. We not doing it. We not doing it. It's a reason. But do I feel as though I am obligated to explain my reasoning to somebody as to why I may say no? No, I'm not. And I just feel like from someone else's perspective, you being mean, but from your perspective, you are justified. You are justified. And like, you know, there are other ways for you to, I just feel like to get around that. But God is saying there's something that you do that you think you doing it for one other reason, and God have you doing it for one other reason. You might think that, you know, whatever it is, like you may feel like the purpose is something else, but the purpose is actually different than what you see. Okay, because you may not even know this. You know what I'm saying? It could be a situation where you're not even concerned about how anybody feel about it. Because that's another thing when it comes to saying no. Either you gonna say yes and you gonna be miserable, or you gonna say no and they gonna be miserable. And if they gonna be miserable, you gonna have to accept it with your whole chest and say it is what it is. So I feel like this is somebody you're not really concerned about it. But God is saying that this person is trying to make you out to that, like they have painted you as the worst person, and just was so distasteful, and just so this and so that and so this and so that, just because you don't want to do what they want you to, which in reality you're not obligated to. And like, with a lot of this, just like in this situation, this is Paul's trial. Some people feel like they should have the authority to put you on trial. There are some people that feel like they should have the authority to throw you in a prison, and they should have the authority to make you out to be a monster and make you out to be so bad, and to just like, this is somebody they feel like they should be able to control you, and they can't, and they mad about it. Regardless if they feel like they older than you, so they should have some kind of authority. Baby, bye. I know me personally, I ain't concerned about that now. At 30 years old, bro, okay? Even if I need to get myself together. And that's my main concern right now, is getting myself together. I'm not concerned about the rest. I need to get myself, like, that is my full-blown focus, is getting myself together. I don't have time for all the extras, okay? And I for sure don't have time for no cliques and nobody that think they bossing everybody around, and you do this and you do that. Girl, go find somebody else to do it, okay? Side boss. Okay, but this is the message. That's the message. God said, there's something that the place you gonna go, something you gonna do, you gonna think you doing it for one reason or another, but God really got you going. It's something else to it. Okay, there's something else to it. There's something else to it. And it's a situation like this here where somebody is trying to build an army against you. Because how dare you tell them no and not give them a reason? And they are so entitled, and they are so arrogant, and they are so spoiled, and they think that everybody should bow at their feet. But God said you are not going to be bowing at their feet and marveling at their toes. And that is the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.